Hello students, welcome to Ace Engineering Academy. Myself Ramesh Masuna, faculty Ace Engineering Academy. Today I am going to discuss compiler design preparation strategy. On behalf of Ace Online and Ace Engineering Academy, I am welcoming all of you for this session. Today we are going to discuss how to prepare for the compiler design subject for the GATE examination. Yeah. Before we proceed for the preparation strategy, first we should know what is the weightage from this subject. Have a look. When you see the previous papers, like I have analyzed from 2016 to 2022 papers. Observe it in 2022, there is one 2 marks question from the parsing, one 1 mark question from the syntax directed translation, and one question which is a combination of all topics, and mostly it is related to optimization, totally 4 marks. So totally 3 questions, 4 marks. And how many topics we have? Lexical analysis, parsing, syntax directed translation, intermediate code generation, and code optimization. And one point you remember, code optimization chapter is removed when the syllabus is revised in 2015. And again it is added again in the syllabus when it is revised in 2021. So means from 2021 onwards, again code optimization chapter was there. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters, right? And in that 5 chapters, the major chapter is parsing, which is covering almost 50 to 60% of the syllabus. And remaining chapters are the small chapters. And overall, this subject is very small subject, but very good number of questions are coming. Means compare it to other subjects, we can say a small subject and good number of questions and good marks is possible. And best part of this subject is we can expect what questions are going to come in the GATE examination. We can expect 90% of the cases we can expect. I will tell you this question comes and that question only is going to come. Means most of the questions are repeating in nature, right? That's what I can say, it is possible to expect it. And limited number of concepts, easy subject. And see, in 2021, there are 2 sets of papers and 2 2-mark questions in parsing and one 1-mark question in syntax directed translation, 1 question intermediate code generation, totally 6 marks in 21. And in a small subject, 6 marks is very good one actually. In 2021, set to 1 mark question on lexical analysis, 1 mark question on parsing, 1 mark question on intermediate code generation. But in 2021, when syllabus is revised, a question is asked on optimization because optimization questions were added. Now see, 1 mark question on optimization, 1 2 marks question on optimization, totally 6 marks. So in 2021, 6 marks questions are asked. Similarly, in 2020, 4 marks, and 2019, 6 marks, and 2018, 5 marks, and previous papers 4, 4, 5, 5. So means on average, I can say from the compiler design subject, you are going to get 4 to 6 marks. And 4 to 6 marks is not less marks, it is more marks only. Why? Because a small subject with limited number of topics and you can able to get 4 to 6 marks, and that limited number of topics, we can expect these 4 to 6 marks comes from which topic. That is very, very important. That's what I am telling you. This is one of the important subject and which should not be ignored, because that 4 to 6 marks guarantee you will get it. Now look at among all the chapters, you can observe in the parsing chapter every time a question is coming. Except in 2021, there is 1 mark questions, just 1 mark. Remaining all the years, minimum 1 2 marks question you can say, minimum 1 2. Sometimes here 1 2 marks, here 2 2 marks, 1 2 marks and 2 1 marks questions, 1 2 marks, 1 1 mark, 1 2 marks, 1 1 mark, 1 2 marks. Like here 2 2 marks questions. See, this is undoubtedly very, very important chapter among the all. And but this chapter is covering 60% of the syllabus and it is a big chapter among all these chapters. So focus more on parsing Now we will see where to focus and what to study in the subject. And this is a crucial time for you because it is already November month. So hardly you will be getting December and January. 2.5 months is there more. In 2.5 months, please don't deviate to other things. So focus on the point, means focus directly to the topics from where questions are asking instead of looking for the irrelevant topics and from where questions are not asked. Now this is not the time to focus on that irrelevant topics. Suppose your preparation was started in the month of January, right? Now that time you could have focus on the untapped areas and all. Now this is a time not to focus on irrelevant topics. Suppose you have already revised it and then you can just review it one more time untapped areas, but focus mostly on the tapped questions, means the previous questions. I am talking about previous year questions. The questions comes from which topics in the previous year. There you focus it because this is a November month, so only 2 months are left. Focus more on the previous year questions. Tapped area you focus on it. Okay, where we have to focus on tapped areas, and if you have already learned the untapped areas, then you just review it. So here we are going to discuss what are the tapped areas in compiler design, where to focus, and what are the untapped areas that we are going to discuss. And one thing I can tell you definitely, this is the right time you have to put your complete efforts. If no best, no rest. Until you don't give your best, you should not take rest. Here, best in the sense, it is not that 24 hours a day you have to study. In 24 hours a day, what best you can give. Suppose if some of you say, sir, I can give my best only for 6 hours. You give your best, that's it. Is it possible 6 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours? That doesn't matter. What best you can give by avoiding the unnecessary things. What best you can give, you give, so that you can automatically get very colorful rank, right? Chalo, we'll go into the preparation strategy. Where to focus, what to focus in the first chapter. The first chapter in the compiler design is the first phase of a compiler called lexical analysis. In the lexical analysis, most of the times we got 1 mark questions. Most of the times 1 mark questions, hardly 2 to 3 questions are there of 2 marks weightage. So 1 mark questions means you can expect some theoretical questions, mostly theoretical questions. Majority of the students, they ignore theory, but don't ignore theory. Theory is also important, and even 1 mark is very major thing. Okay, theoretical questions. And like some basics on compilers and all, they may ask you questions. And the one type of question, they are asking you to find how many tokens in the given program segment, number of tokens. Like they may be given one program snippet, like for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. How many tokens in this statement? That could be a possible question, right? So for open I equal to 0, comma, I less than and 10, and this is semicolon 10, this is 11, this is 12, this is 13. So means the number of tokens are 13 tokens. So question is of type how many tokens. And when you see the previous gate papers, like generally especially when I'm talking about a compilers, solve questions from the 2003 onwards. Earlier gate examinations in before earlier 2003, the subject was named language processor. In the language processors, in other than compilers, we also have assemblers, linkers, loaders questions. If you find any questions related to linker, loader, assembler, please ignore it. don't waste the time. Why? Because linker, loader, assemblers were not there now in the new syllabus. Means in the syllabus, whenever it is revised in 2003, the subject is changed to compiler design from language processors. If it is language processors, compilers, assemblers, linker, loaders, all will come. So that's why syllabus also has those questions in the previous year. And now the subject is compiler design, purely only one topic of language processors called compilers. That's why earlier part of GATE questions, that is earlier than GATE 2003 questions, please ignore it. Right. And second type of questions that are possible is which of the following can be identified as a token. Now, which is going to be identified as a token without looking into the next input character while compiling C program, while compiling Pascal program. But one thing I wanted to utter you, because Pascal was there in the year 2003 and earlier one. Now, because Pascal is not there in our curriculum, in your engineering, or even in the GATE syllabus also, Pascal was not there. So definitely you don't get any questions related to Pascal or COBOL or something else. Questions related to C program you can expect it. Why? Because C is part of the GATE syllabus, you can expect questions related to C program. So which is going to be a token without looking into the next input character? Suppose just like an integer. Suppose int can be identified as a token without looking into the next input character. I can say no. Why? Because after int, suppose if we have some characters, then instead of identifying int as a keyword, this will be identified as a token of type identifier, right? So that's what I am telling you, like which is going to be identified as a token without looking into the next input character. This is a one kind of question, right? And mostly these kind of questions are language specific. Based on the language, we have to answer it. Means we should have command on the language also. But mostly you can expect C programming questions only, you cannot expect any other questions. So because C is there in the syllabus, if you have a command in the C, you can able to answer this question. Next, these are the two types. And another type which was started asking in the year 2018, they have given some regular expressions, means patterns are given. Some patterns of the tokens are given. Regular expressions means patterns of a token is given, pattern of token is given, and some input sentence is given, and asked to find which is going to be the tokens for parsing this input sentence. So means one input sentence is given and some patterns of tokens are given. On the input sentences, we have to parse and see which token stream is going to be generated. This is a kind of question, first time it is asked in 2018, and you can expect the similar question in the coming GATE examinations. And next one. And the next one, this is one question, and next one, you can expect questions on the lexical errors. What are the lexical errors? Errors possible at lexical analysis phase is called lexical errors. So what errors are possible in the lexical analysis phase? See, unterminated comments, nested comments, length of longest identifiers, invalid identifier, invalid constants, illegal symbols. So far on this topic, question was not asked, but you can expect a question. Like suppose you may be given a question, int salary equals $5,000. While compiling C program, the above statement, while compiling C program, the above statement gives error at which phase? Options are lexical analysis, semantic analysis, syntax analysis, intermediate code generation, such options may be possible. So here, in this statement, is there any error first thing? If error is there, that error is going to be detected in which phase? Here, you tell me, any error is there in this statement? Any error is there in this statement? Yes, error is there. What is that error? Dollar is error in C programming. Why dollar is error? Because in C programming character set, dollar is not there. So dollar will be considered as illegal symbol. It is illegal symbol. Illegal symbols are identified in the illegal symbols are identified in the lexical analysis phase. So we can call this is an error in the compilation at lexical analysis phase. Okay. So let me see, any of you people have any doubts or any questions? Just let me look at into it. If you have any questions, please type, and if you are anything more specific about it, just let me know. Okay. Yeah. If you have any specific questions, definitely I can answer you. Okay. Definitely I can answer you. Please let me know. Right. Suppose if no questions, okay, happy. But if you have any specific questions, I am going to address your questions. Next, we'll continue with the parsing chapter. In parsing, uh, I'm going to divide this parsing chapter into 3 subchapters: context-free grammars, top-down parsers, and bottom-up parsers. In parsing, we have a context-free grammars. The chapter called context-free grammars means parsing is syntax analysis phase. Like in syntax analysis, how tokens are grouped, that we have to discuss. The grouping of tokens is done based on the grammar, and the grammar that we use is called context-free grammar, CFG. So on context-free grammar, we can expect questions on ambiguous grammars. Ambiguous grammars. In ambiguous grammars, more specifically, the questions are on number of trees, number of parse trees. This is one question. Means you will be given a grammar and input sentence, and how many parse trees are possible for the input sentence. And one more type of question I have seen in 2017 paper, that is number of steps to derive the input sentence, means numerical answer type question, number of steps to derive an input sentence. And one more concept is converting ambiguous grammars to unambiguous, converting ambiguous to unambiguous. But converting ambiguous grammars to unambiguous is undecidable problem. It is undecidable problem. Because it is undecidable problem, we don't have any algorithms. Because we don't have any algorithm, we have to go for trial and error method, and we can go for redefining the grammar based on the precedence and associativity. There are certain number of questions, something around 4 to 5 questions, means 4 to 5 times questions were asked on precedence and associativity of the operators. Associativity of the operators. Suppose if you have a grammar E tends to E plus T and T tends to T star F, or F, here F tends to ID. Now see, you may get options like this: which operator having highest precedence, lowest precedence, some relationships are given. And here starting non-terminal is E, so that whenever you start with E, E plus T is possible to come first. And later if you make it E as T and T, you can expect T star F. It means star is appearing in the bottom of the tree. Because it is appearing in the bottom of the tree, star is having higher precedence than plus. Star is having higher precedence than plus. It means the operator that appears in the bottom of the tree having higher precedence, and on top of the tree having lower precedence. When you have to go with E tends to E plus T one more time, so it is skewing to the left. If it is skewing to the left, how tree is going to be evaluated? Tree is going to be evaluated from left to right. Then we can call that plus is left associated. That plus is left associated. Right. We also call left recursive grammars. Questions were asked on precedence and associativity. It is important. Please focus more on it. And one more topic is modifying the grammar. In the modifying the grammar, questions were asked on left recursion. Left recursion. So what is a left recursion? Suppose if the production is of the form E tends to E plus T, so first symbol or leftmost symbol is same as LHS, we can call left recursive grammar. If it is a left recursive grammar, we can eliminate left recursion by replacing that E tends to E plus T or T with, so means recursion is there with E, this E to be terminated with T, and repetition we can call E dash. With E dash, what is possible to be repeated? This plus T is to be repeated, and to terminate it we can say epsilon, means we can eliminate the left recursion. Elimination of left recursion questions were asked. Okay, focus on these topics, especially in the context of context-free grammar. Next, coming to top-down parsers. Here in top-down parsers, we have techniques called brute force method of parsing, recursive descent parser, and predictive parsers. And the questions are possible on predictive parsers because previously in GATE examination, there are multiple questions are given on the predictive parsers. So what kind of question? They have given a grammar. They have given a grammar and asked you to find the parse table entry. What is a parse table entry? It means in the table capital A row, small a column, what is the production based on the grammar. So means that particular entry is asked as a question in the predictive parser. Okay, that kind of questions were asked. And one more thing is first and follow questions. Means what is the first set and follow set questions. So focus on how to calculate first and follow because it is the heart of the topic for the parsing. First set and follow set questions. Purely on follow set some questions are given, but purely on first set no question is given, but you can expect a question. And questions are based on parse table entries. But what is the expected type of questions? They may ask you because MSQ in the parse table entries, in one entry there may be multiple entries. There are multiple entries, means multiply defined entries. We can call multiply defined entries. So means an entry is defined with two productions. Like if two productions are there, there may be two options where each option contains some different production rules. If that entry contains more than one productions, means more than one option is correct, means you can expect like MSQ question. And you can expect number of multiply defined entries. Means in that parse table entry, in the parse table, how many entries are multiply defined? Number of multiply defined entries. This is a question. And in predictive parser, multiply defined entries are possible. If multiply defined entries are there, such grammars are not suitable for parsing techniques. So which grammars are suitable? The type of grammar that is suitable for predictive parsing is called LL of 1 grammar. So questions exclusively on LL of grammar not asked. This is also expected question. Means some set of grammars may be given and asked you to find which grammar is LL of 1. This could be MSQ and MCQ also, right? So check for LL of 1 grammar, the rules, and these are the expected topic and important topics to be focused on parsing. Next we'll focus on bottom-up parsing. The third chapter in the parsing is bottom-up parsing. Bottom-up parsing undoubtedly important because so many topics are there. In bottom-up parsing techniques, we have shift-reduce parser, and one question was asked on shift-reduce parsers, which are going to be the handles while parsing an input sentence. What is a handle? Handle is nothing but RHS of a production. RHS of a production is called handle. Okay? RHS of a production is called handle. So we have to perform shift and reduce actions for the input sentence based on the grammar and identify what handles are there. This kind of question asked and focus on it. And we have LR of K parsers, and it is important. So multiple questions are asked on LR of K. In LR of K, we have LR of 0 parser, SLR of 1, LALR of 1, and LR of 1 are also called CLR of 1. This LR of 1 also called CLR of 1. These are the different parsers. In these different parsers, they will give some grammar and ask you to find that grammar is belonging to which class. Means is the grammar is LR of 0 or SLR of 1, LALR of 1, LR of 1. So all LR parsers use the same structure and same algorithm. Small differences are there. What are the differences? In LR of 0, reduces we have to fill in all entries. In SLR of 1, reduces is to be filled in the look at follow terminals. It is all terminals, and it is reduces in follow terminals. In LRF1 and LALRF1 reduces in the look ahead terminals. But in LALRF1, number of states are less. Number of states are less. Right, number of states are less. That's how the small, like how small differences are there. And that small differences, if you focus on it, and solving such questions are very easy. But majority of the students feel that it is a complex, but it is not complex once you catch that exact point. So I suggest you focus on that exact point that is differentiating between the parsers, and so that you can easily answer the questions. And many of the important note points are there. Some theoretical questions also there, like number of states in LALRF1 and SLRF1 same, and shift reduce conflicts if it is there in the LRF1 states, that is also you can expect in LALRF1. But reduce conflicts are not there in LRF1, but merging causes LALRF1 states. These are the important questions. And which parsers are more powerful? CLRF1 is more powerful. Which is more simple to implement? SLRF1. Like, there are theoretical questions mostly asked in the previous gate on the fundamental concepts. Now you may expect some problematic questions also. Already asked some more questions and some different type of asking questions on LRFK you can expect. And what is expected? What is expected? So expected questions are on operator precedence parser. Operator precedence parser. So far only one question is given. Which of the following is an operator grammar, not an operator grammar? That question is asked. Only 1 mark question is asked. But you can expect operator precedence parser. You may be given grammar and asked to find which of the following precedence relations, operator precedence relations are correct. So you can expect this kind of question. So how to answer this question? If you able to know what precedence relations are possible between the pair of terminals, accordingly you can decide what precedence relations are possible that you can expect it. Okay, this is an expected type of question. And one more is questions you can expect on YAK parser. In 2006, I do remember one linked question is given for 4 marks, that too in IT paper. In 2004 to 2008, CS separate paper, IT separate paper. Later on 2008 onwards, it is CS IT paper, 2009 onwards, CS IT paper. But this is a question not on the CS paper, that is on IT paper. One question was asked on YAK parser. YAK uses LALR parsing algorithm, and YAK is going to resolve the parsing conflicts like shift reduce conflict and reduce conflict. Based on parsing conflicts resolution, a question asked, you focus on that questions also. Okay, that is an expected. Next, coming to syntax directed translation, it is important and simple. There are 2 topics are there. One is syntax directed definition and another is translation scheme. So questions were asked on syntax directed definition even in recent years. In 2021, one 2 marks question is given on syntax directed definition. So they will give you some input and ask you to find output for the input sentence according to the syntax directed definition, means according to the semantics attached to the grammar. So questions are possible to ask what is the input, according to the semantics, what is the output, right? According to semantics for the given input, what is the output? And in syntax directed definition, we have 2 types of attributes. We call synthesized attributes and inherited attributes. You may expect a question on the attributes, and questions were asked on S attributed grammar, means S attributed definition and L attributed definition. Questions were asked on S attributed and L attributed. This is also one of the important topic where you can focus or where you can where you can expect a questions. And one important thing is translation scheme. When compared with SDD, more questions were asked on translation scheme. Means you will be given a translation scheme and you will be given an input sentence and asked you to find the output sentence. But if it is to give a question, means expected type, what for the translation scheme is meant? Like some translation scheme is given and options are the above translation scheme is meant for so and so, so and so, so and so. So you have to analyze it. How to analyze it? Randomly you can generate some input sentence and evaluate the semantics according to the translation scheme given and see what output it is generating for some random input, and based on that you can give some conclusion. Okay. These are the two topics. From two topics mostly you can expect a question, right? 90% you can expect a question from one of these two topics. Next. Now, one more is intermediate code generation. One more topic is intermediate code generation, ICG. On intermediate code generation, theoretical questions were asked. Even in 2021, one question was asked, which of the following is intermediate code forms? MSQ question is given. So what are the intermediate code forms? Postfix notation, syntax tree, three address code, static single assignment form, and we have directed acyclic graph and control flow graphs. And questions were asked on control flow graphs, CFG, control flow graphs I am calling. It is not context free grammar. Here I can call control flow graphs questions. And DAG questions were there. And static single assignment form questions were there. And three address questions are there. And because very few questions were asked on these topics, you can expect majority of the questions from this topic, right? And moreover, in SSA TSE, you can expect minimum number of variables needed. Minimum number of variables needed in the SSA code and TSE code. That kind of questions are possible in intermediate code generation. And in control flow graphs, they are asking number of nodes and edges. In the directed acyclic graph, they are asking questions on number of nodes and edges, and it is important, please focus on it. Next. The last chapter is code optimization, because a lot of things you can expect on code optimization, because previously also code optimization was there, which has machine independent and dependent optimization, but machine dependent optimization questions were not there. Now only machine independent optimization, and even in the machine independent optimization, based on optimization techniques questions were asked. Even in recent years, in 2021, one question is given, one complete program snippet is given, like one big program which is consisting of 10 to 12 lines of code, and ask it that if we eliminate common sub expressions, and how many number of addition and dereference operations, number of addition and dereference operations like pointed structure dereference operations are possible. That is a question asked. So here, to solve such questions, you need to know what is the meaning of common sub expression. You need to have a command on the programming language, means on which programming language the question asked. Mostly you can expect C programming only. You should have a command on C programming language and that execution and all, so that you can able to answer such questions. These questions are definitely, I can say, challenging questions, because you should have command on both the subjects. And questions were asked on optimization techniques. On optimization techniques, questions were asked. And one important thing is, in 2021, a new topic is added in optimization that was not there in the earlier GATE examinations also, called live variable analysis, or we can call liveness analysis. So questions are asked on live variable analysis. Questions are possible to ask on live variable analysis. In 2021, one theoretical question asked on in and out variables, one theoretical question, one formula is asked. But now you can expect some problem question, means you may be given a basic block of statements. You can expect a problem on this. You will be given a basic block of statement, or one flow graph may be given and ask you to find which of the following are the live variables. Like question may be on live variables, which of the following are live variables or dead variables, and such questions are possible to ask. Focus on problematic part, okay, focus on problematic part on the live variables. So definitely you can expect this question, because in 2021 it is asked only a theory question. Now you can expect problematic questions. This is possible, okay. Now these are the topics on, these are the important concepts that where you have to focus, and I suggest you don't waste the time and focus on the tapped areas. And if you have already done some untapped area questions, then revise it before the examination. And I suggest you only one approach for the GATE examination. Just start with the faculty notes, because we know better, like we know what to study and where to study, where questions are possible to ask. So better you prepare from us faculty notes. So first solve all the concepts and then note down any important formulas, note points. It means just prepare some short notes and then practice that short notes and formulas, note points if any, at least for 5 times. Then practice all the questions from the faculty notes. And very important thing is solve the questions from the previous year. Means PYQs are very, very important. PYQs are important. Then after PYQs, revise the class notes and write subject-wise test series. This is the right time to write the test series, and then go for full-length mock test. And generally after November it is recommended, means start from the December and start writing the full-length mock test. Before December, means November, you just finish the subject-wise tests and revise the notes and everything. And I wanted to say, GATE is not much difficult if you can focus on it. Means to qualify the GATE examination, 25 marks is sufficient to qualify the GATE examination if you are general category. And 22.5 marks is for the OBC. These are the cutoff marks for 2022. And if you are SC/ST physically handicapped, you need 16.6 marks. And one important thing is studying is no longer a burden if you crack the GATE examination, because if you crack the GATE examination, you will get a stipend of 12,400 rupees every month. And you have an opportunity to study in the top universities and top colleges. And so that automatically you can expect some high pay packages from the top-notch companies. So cracking GATE is very easy if, according to me, I can say, if you have only a plan, proper plan. If you have a proper plan, cracking is easy. But most of the students are failing it. Why? Because they don't have a proper plan. So blindly you should not go it. So go systematically. Like till November, you revise all subjects, right? And from December onwards, writing the mock test, like start writing the mock test, give mock test. If you go on giving the mock test, you are going to build the confidence. So, and you are going to know how to manage the times. That is very important. And you will get to know how to switch your brain from different subjects and different topics in a short duration of time, because GATE is 3 hours time. In 3 hours time, all subjects, all topics, everything, it has to be revised in your mind in a quicker way. So that is possible only if you write test series questions, means you write as many mock tests as possible. So we are offering, ACE Engineering Academy offering the pre-recorded lectures. So you can prepare from the ACE Engineering Academy. And we have exclusively live classes in English mode, exclusive live classes in English mode. Because if you have a time and to interact with the faculty, you can interact with the faculty with the live classes. We have 3 different type of batches. One batch is morning 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Just 2 hours is sufficient if you plan it. And another batch is from 8 p.m. means if you don't want to wake up, right? If you don't want to wake up early in the morning, another batch is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. 2 hours in the evening. So you can choose either morning 2 hours or evening 2 hours. Suppose your college, your BTech is completed and you have sufficient time. So we have a regular batch also, like daily 4 to 5 hours. You can attend the live lectures, then go for your preparation. That is the best idea. But if you plan it properly, daily 2 hours is sufficient. And exclusively for computer science engineering students, exclusively for CSE, ACE launched a quick revision program. So this quick revision program having 250 plus hours of a lecture. So if you plan even now, today if you decide it, you can easily crack by using quick revision course. It means we have put everything which is fine extracts of the concepts. Means like instead of discussing unnecessary things, where exactly to be focused, and that focused things we have discussed in the quick revision course. It is definitely a very good module from ACE Academy. From ACE Academy, it is exclusively available only for computer science engineering. And one important thing is, this is also exclusively available for CSE only, for us. For us, we have a module called PYQ module, previous year questions module. And this previous year questions module, these are pre-recorded lectures. We have solved all the previous year GATE questions in a very detailed way. Even a naive person can easily understand the concepts. So means like, just I will tell you one simple example, like who killed Ravana. If you ask a question, I cannot give just direct answer, Rama killed Ravana. So we will give the background details, like Ravana is a bad guy who kidnapped Sita, that's why Rama is killed Ravana. So means, if a question comes, we haven't discussed just an answer. We have discussed what is the background concept, so that even a naive person, means a person who don't know anything, also can easily understand the questions concepts. So it is a best module, and this best module we are offering to the students for just 2,000 rupees, right? And this is one of the great thing from ACE Academy for extending helping hand to the students. And one important thing is, just I will give you one promo code, RMSH 40. So if you use this promo code, you are going to get a 40% discount. This is my personal code. Use this and you will get a 40% discount, means 2000 40% discount, means you will get this module for 1200 rupees only. Means nearly 200 hours of pre-recorded lectures consisting of all previous GATE questions of all subjects, not only compiler subjects I am talking, all subjects including the mathematics are available. And with just 1200 rupees, if you go with this promo code. And one best part is, you have a free test series. And if you have to separately buy test series, you have to pay nearly 1000 rupees. But you will get free test series. So means effectively you are going to get this one only for 200 rupees. And also you have an help with Ask an Expert. So Ask an Expert facility is available with this module also. Means if you have any doubt, you can just use a Fresh Chat app, and that is directly linked to the faculty. Means if you have a question, just send to that question, and that question will be redirected to the faculty, and faculty is going to respond within 2 to 3 hours of a duration. So means within a short period of time, you can get a help from the faculty members. So that all for 1200 rupees, which is where I can say it is directly free of the cost. Why? Because test series free, like test series is 1000 rupees, and Ask an Expert is free, means in 3 months you can utilize the faculty members' expertness, so that almost I can say this is a negligible. But I definitely suggest every GATE aspirant must solve all PYQs. Why? Because almost 80% of the paper, means 80 marks of the paper comes from the PYQs, means that kind of questions. If you could have solved all PYQs, it means that your preparation is ready for the 80 marks of paper. In the 80 marks paper, if you able to get even 60 marks, your rank will be below 100. Below 100 means guarantee IIT. So I recommend you, this is a very good module from the ACE Academy, and just go to ace.online app and try to register, and otherwise you can go for ace.online website and just register for this. This is definitely 100% useful module. Okay. And we have a lectures in Hindi also. Like if you want to study in your native languages, आपको अपनी भाषा में पढ़ना है, आपकी दिल की भाषा में पढ़ना है. ACE Academy launches GATE Hindi courses also, like complete GATE lectures in Hindi language, so that it will be very easy for you to understand and prepare for the GATE examination. And one of the important module from the ACE Academy is ACE handbook consisting of short notes, formulae, important concepts, and some placement questions also. So this book will be helpful for you for your quick preparation for the GATE examination. Okay. So with all this, I can conclude that to win the race, join the ACE, and that I can say a big thank you to one and all for listening this lecture, and I hope this session was useful to you. And tomorrow we will meet once again for discussing some of the important concepts in the compiler edition. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Karthikeya Kaushik and I have secured All India Rank 1 in UPSC Engineering Services Examination 2021 from Civil Engineering discipline. For prelims preparation, I took online test series from ace.online platform and used to regularly solve their subject-wise test and full-length test. Then for mains preparation, I solved question banks which were given to me as a part of mains postal program from Ace Online. And then last but not the least, for interview preparation, I followed the interview guidance material which was given to me as a part of Ace Online's interview guidance program.
I am Vinit Kumar. I have secured All India Rank 1 in Mechanical Engineering in ESE 2021. I have been associated with ACE Engineering. I have taken various programs like Lives, main classes, postal study course, test series and interview guidance program. So would like to thank all the faculties of ACE. It has helped me in building my concepts and having my fundamentals cleared. I would also like to highlight that in test series, I have given various mock tests which have helped me in the time of real exam, and in interview guidance program, building confidence in front of interview panel. It has helped me in my success.
Myself, Abhishek Kumar Sharma. I have scored All India Rank 1 in UPSC Engineering Services Examination 2021 in Electrical Engineering discipline. Now, I divide my preparation strategy into three basic things. The first thing is that you have to complete your syllabus from a basic standard source. The second thing is that you have to attempt previous year question. The third thing aspirant has to do is to solve as many test series as possible. I made 2 to 3 pages short notes of each and every subject. Now 2 to 3 pages short notes help in quick revision. If you keep working hard, you will definitely get success in this examination. This is what I followed, and I wish all the best for all the future aspirants. Thank you.
My name is Kuldeep. I have done my BTech from Ambedkar Institute of Technology, which is situated in Delhi, and I have secured All India Rank 1 in ESE 2021 from E&T branch. I took ACE postal course, mains test series and interview guidance program in ESE 2020 and ESE 2021.